An assassin is caught.
The suspect in the killing of the UnitedHealthcare CEO, Brian Thompson, has been charged after being arrested Monday at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Right now, he's being held at a jail in Huntingdon, Pennsylvania.
Yep. Alexis McAdams has been covering the case all week long from the time of the shooting, actually within the hour. Alexis is now joining us here. Alexis, bit of a surprise that we found him in Altoona.
That's right. And it came in from a 911 call from a worker of that McDonald's. So that's how this case ended up breaking, according to authorities. So the manhunt for the killer now ending at that McDonald's in Pennsylvania. Luigi Mangione is facing a wide range of charges now, including murder right here in New York City. So the 26-year-old, you see him there on your screen, he was cuffed, then walked out of a Pennsylvania police department overnight. He's kind of looking around at the media, seeing who's out there, and there were a lot of cameras capturing his every move. Mangione then stood in front of a judge who explained that he could be extradited to New York City because he was hit with some charges in Pennsylvania, but the ones in New York City are the ones that are the most serious, including murder. So this comes after a McDonald's employee spots Mangione in Altoona, Pennsylvania. It's like a 4.5-hour drive away from where this murder happened. That person called 911 to report the sighting, saying, I think I recognize the guy in the wanted pictures, specifically his eyebrows and his eyes, because he was wearing some type of surgical mask as he was eating inside that McDonald's. Mangione was sitting there wearing that mask. When officers pulled up and asked him some questions, they said, remove your mask, and then questioned the 26-year-old, who they say started shaking visibly, acting really nervous when they asked him, were you recently in New York? Then he handed over a fake ID. And that's key because he used that fake ID, sources tell me, to check into a New York City hostel before the shooting.
In 2024, nobody's getting away with crime like they used to get away with. Like the days where people would used to have like the Tupac. Remember when Tupac died in like 1996 and literally he got shot on the Vegas Strip and then everybody act like they didn't see it on the Vegas Strip. Days of like that, that's not happening anymore. You commit a crime, there's like a million different ways to catch you. And it seems like this guy was very careful and still got caught.
That's an understatement. This man, this is why people thought he was an assassin or some trained hitman. It's because the way he planned things out was impeccable. 3D printed weapon, knew the route the CEO was taking, knew when the New York Police Department was going to switch shifts so there were fewer police officers around, knew to take the e-bike to get out of there faster, used a fake ID to get into the hostel, which, by the way, kept his mask on like 99% of the time, only took it down one time. And they say he took it down because he was flirting with a girl. What I heard was he took it down because the front desk at the hostel had to make sure that his face matched his ID. So if it was not for that one little thing he did, he would have got away with this. If it wasn't for these pesky, mangy kids, we would have got away with it. That's a Scooby-Doo reference. Sorry, it was corny. So.
Who doesn't know Scooby-Doo?
Oh, well, you're right. But I will say this. This flipped very quickly. Because in 1 second, he's like the next John Wick.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, let me tell you what I saw a commenter said. I thought it was pretty clever. One commenter said on one of the videos about the story, he went from John Wick to Johnny Bravo. And they're basically saying he went from like a well-trained assassin to some goofy that he got caught at McDonald's eating a Big Mac. Like, what are you doing, dude? And when they called him, apparently he had the fake IDs on him. He had the same weapon on him. He had the same backpack and the same hoodie. You can't at least shave your eyebrows and put a different hoodie on?
They're like, oh, is this you? No, man.
Did passports fall out of his pocket? Like, oh, that's not, I'm not sure how that got there.
Hold on, wait. Same outfit, same thing,
come on, man. It's like, come on, bro. You were so without. And by the way, I sound like I'm supporting his actions. I'm not. I'm just.
I mean, he was close. Let's be honest. He was close to getting away with it, but then he just did some dumb-ish.
Yeah. And I don't think that man should have lost his life at all. I think what the dude is wrong. He deleted the guy. He should go to jail. Point blank, period. But I can still, I don't use the word admire. I can still, I'm trying to think of the word to use.
I mean, listen.
Like his
level, dedication.
His level of, I mean, it's.
Yeah. It's like he got to the finish line and then just decided he had to go to the restroom. He had to go to the restroom right next to the finish line, and then everyone else just passed him.
Right, exactly.
But it's funny because I heard the opposite. I always heard the opposite. I heard that, because you know how before you were saying that, oh, he was so professional, like he was so smooth with it. I kept hearing people say that like this was not a trained assassin, that this guy was just some random guy off the street that was mad because the healthcare companies did him wrong, and now he's like trying to get his lick back and stuff like that. And to me, that obviously didn't make any sense, because I was like, if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. It indeed is a duck. And not only that, but what's the chance of someone accidentally bumping into the CEO of the healthcare company that you have a problem with?
Wait, so there's two different things here. Let's clarify. So I think both those things could be true. He may not be a well-trained assassin, but it definitely was not an accident. This was not a random act of violence. He definitely intended to take out who he took out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Chitty bang bang.
Absolutely. Even the rounds that had engraved on it, whatever it said, defend, depose, deny, whatever, it was all very well thought out and staged and planned. Now, whether or not he had a lot of training, that's a whole other thing. And by the way, apparently, so since he's now been apprehended, allegedly, this is the guy, it turns out he's a trust fund kid.
Isn't that weird?
It's like...
It's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like a lot of people have an idea of who they think a drug addict is.
Right.
And they think it's like, oh, it's the guy on Section 8. And then they realize, like, no, it's the kid who grew up with a rich family. He's a drug addict. And you're just kind of like, well, how'd you get here? Like, we know how the other guy got here. His life sucks. How'd you get here?
That's super facts, yeah. You know what's weird to me is that a lot of these deleters, a lot of these people trying to take out people have not been who I expected, to your point.
Well, I mean, we all know who. I'm not even going to say it.
Well, like
like the school shooters.
No. Well, yeah, because the guy who tried to take out 47 looked like a school shooter.
Yeah, he did.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I would.
Yeah, you're right. This guy, he doesn't look like an incel.
No, he does not.
He looks like a regular kid. He actually looks like somebody that like has a normal life.
He looks like a Nickelodeon star. He looks. Well, I'm just saying, like, okay, what I'm trying to say is I would expect an assassin to be, number one, older. Okay, he's a young guy.
Yeah.
Maybe some military training or something. This dude went to UPenn and studied engineering.
He was actually a valedictorian too.
Valedictorian. Like, what's going on here?
But it's like, when did he get the ninja training?
Yeah,
like, when did that happen?
What's going on? So
he graduated and was like, nah, I'm gonna be a ninja. I'm gonna be an assassin.
I don't know. It's weird, but I'm interested to see more details that come out into his motives. And yeah.
If I'm gonna be completely honest, I feel like two things are gonna happen.
Okay.
He's either gonna get the Epstein treatment,
where
they're like, oh, well, he didn't make it, he did it, or or he's gonna like claim that he's like insane.
That's crazy. So come on the mic. Hey, by the way, yeah, he didn't make it. What happened to him?
I mean, we all know that he didn't do that to himself. We all know that.
Epstein?
Yes, we all know that. We all know that.
He got
That was so obvious.
Yeah,
And they didn't even try to hide it.
I don't know. Yeah, he just,
Even the people on the news were like,
no one believes that.
No
one believes that, bro. He had too many secrets. There's no way he was about to talk. They're not letting him sing. By the way, I heard there's a conspiracy with this guy. They're saying apparently he was, okay, I'm about to delve into some area that I don't know too much about.
Yeah.
So maybe I shouldn't go there.
Go there.
I just don't even know how to explain it. They're just trying to basically say that maybe he's being used by the federal government as a way to take this guy out because there was some kind of investigation going on with that guy, and then I guess they didn't want him to leak some things or something.
You.
So they got this.
Oh, so they paid someone. Okay, they did the Malcolm X.
Yeah, or MK Ultra apparently, which I don't know enough about that. So
I don't know nothing.
I don't know. This is all alleged anyway. So we're just two guys on YouTube.
But my thing is this. Also, one thing I also think about, because when they say that like his bullets had special things on it,
just engraved
in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, did he? And just listen for a second. It might sound crazy. Did he mean to kill him? Because it's like if he took that much time to put that in the bullets, I feel like he wanted him to see it.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So it's kind of like, to me, it's like, okay, well, did you want him to like get stung and then him see the bullet and you're like, oh, snap, like, you know what I'm saying? But like,
yeah, but nah.
Why would you put that much time into it and then you just, boom, he's just done?
Because he knew we'd get media coverage, and now we all know it because the media said, oh, this is what was engraved on the rounds. So he wants the world to know.
Yeah.
I think he wanted that guy to go to sleep.
Kablam.
Yeah.
Dang, this is crazy. Yeah,
it's cold world out here,
it's
dog.
crazy, man. Because this is something that you don't hear about. You don't hear about CEOs getting like assassinated.
Apparently, normally they have and this I did not know at all. Apparently, these high-level executives have like an entourage of people, bodyguards, and it's called a Secret Service for lack of better words.
Yeah.
But he had no one around him at this time in the early morning So I don't know. So it's all everything.
So yeah,
sounds
he probably
fishy.
has somebody in his inside camp that sold him out.
Yeah,
Because like, how do you know that?
exactly. I don't know. Exactly. It seems like it might.
Yeah, how
be
do you
inside
know that? Especially the way that an exec moves, how everything is organized and everything is planned out. So it's like this is. Well, I don't want to get sued for anything, so I'm not gonna say anything. But someone in his camp definitely said something.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Maybe.
Possibly. Could happen. Could have happened. We're not saying it did.
Might have.
Maybe.
Our decision makers, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you think about the guy who did it. Don't shoot anyone.
All right. That one's actually. Yeah.